First, there was the web, and then Web 2.0, and now we got Web 3.0. The next generation of the internet is emerging, but what the hell is it? How is it different from what has gone before? And most importantly, how do we benefit from it? It's time to find out. Hey guys, this is John Doe here from Currency.com. In today's video, I'm taking a deep dive into what can only be described as a digital revolution. And now, before we get started, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, give us a like on this video, and make sure you're hitting that notification bell so you can keep on running up your crypto education. So, what is Web 3.0 or Web 3 as some people do call it? In order to best understand it, we need to jump back in time way back to the beginning of the internet. Back to Web 1.0. So it's 1989. The first integration of the internet is just emerging. Web 1.0, or what is often called the read-only web. This revolutionary new system allowed people access to a worldwide digital network of static web pages. There were no controls and no way for the user to interact with the web page. And yes, no videos. Just simple text and a few visuals uploaded by the creator. Yes, I know that sounds pretty wild. And just getting online to experience this brave new world was often a painful experience, involving directly attaching a computer to a phone line, waiting for that dial tone, you know, you guys probably remember that if you're old enough. And then you remember to add on top of that, you got that slow snail pace download speeds. All for something that wasn't much different from a magazine that you could just buy in a store. So hardly the most exciting thing in the world, but yes, that was the beginning. Now fast forward to 2005 and we get to the next revolution of the internet, Web 2.0. Web 2.0 will be familiar to most people living on the planet today. Why? That's because it's the internet that we currently use. In fact, you are using it right now to watch this video. In 2004, Web 2.0 took a big step from being a read-only medium to what's known as the read and write web. And it might sound complicated, it's not really, okay? What it meant was the user for the first time was able to interact with websites and upload and create content all by themselves. Web 2.0 was the birthplace of the internet giants that we all know and use today, like Facebook, Google, YouTube, Amazon, and the list goes on. This version of the internet suddenly connected us like never before. For the first time, people could upload and download content, create their own blogs, interact with other people, and even do online shopping, all from the comfort of their home. So with all these great elements to Web 2.0, what do we need Web 3.0 for? Well, the world keeps on changing and developing, and what was once known as the best becomes obsolete and needs that upgrading. Just ask Michael Jordan. And the same is true for Web 2.0. So what does Web 3.0 offer that Web 2.0 does not? In a nutshell, Web 3.0 aims to take the read and write web to the next level. Read, write, and own. Okay, you got that? So what does that actually mean? To answer that, we need to look at what has happened with the write part of Web 2.0. The ability to interact allows users to share an enormous amount of data. And data is digital gold. Companies pay a whole lot of money because they can selectively target advertising and promotions. In Web 2.0, users have little control over how their data is used because all communications, data sharing, and transactions need to be handled by a third party. And those tech giants that I mentioned earlier, they reap the financial benefits of all the data, like cookies, those annoying little things we all have to accept or selectively decline when we enter a website, those gather our information, communication, and preferences which we've stored and traded between companies and corporations. So while you might think that you're using a free service, in reality, you've paid for your data. The result is that Web 2.0 has become increasingly centralized, with just a handful of companies dominating the entire online field. We got Alphabet, which owns Google, which owns YouTube, and that's one example. We also have Amazon, which dominates online shopping, and while Facebook and Twitter hold a monopoly of social interactions and communications. Web 3.0 changes all of that by giving individual users the ability to own and control their data and freely connect with each other and online services. So how does it work? The backbone of Web 3.0 is blockchain. And you might want to check out our film on what the blockchain is and how it works to fully understand that. And yes, to skip forward all that, I'm gonna still keep it simple for you. In the blockchain system, data is owned and distributed by users themselves in a decentralized and secure way. And this creates an environment of true peer-to-peer interactions. There is no longer the need for an intermediary, giving control of their online existence to users themselves. From maintaining privacy to creating these digital worlds and sharing and moving data wherever they choose, the user decides. So how does this work exactly in practice? So the easiest way to understand it is to look at Web 3.0 projects that are already in existence. First, we have, yes, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, Polkadot. Those are all perfect examples, and NFTs and DAOs. There's also Zilliqa, a dedicated Web 3.0 gaming console that wants to compete with giants from Nintendo, Microsoft, and Sony. But this console also enables users to mine crypto. And that's a pretty good idea. You can game and mine crypto at the same time. So it's like play to earn. And then there's the blockchain Metaverse. I'm not talking about Mark Zuckerberg's Metaverse. Let's forget about that for now, okay? And to be honest, I think everybody has forgot about that Metaverse. And yeah, I know there's been quite a bit of confusion on this because many people think that the Metaverse and Web 3.0 as being one and the same thing, when actually that's not right. Web 3.0 is primarily concerned with who controls and governs the internet. The Metaverse is all about how users interact with it. But the blockchain Metaverse is based on the same fundamentals as Web 3.0, which is decentralization and peer-to-peer interactions. And don't worry, we got you. If you want to know more about the Metaverse, check out our video on it. Yes, we have everything covered on that as well. Now, anyway, let's go back talking about Web 3.0. So I know maybe at this point of the video, it sounds pretty amazing. And hold up, before you get too excited, we've only talked about the advantages of Web 3.0, and for sure there has to be the downsides as of right now, right? Well, there are a few potential ones. Firstly, Web 3.0 is still a small little infant, and that means it's just like the .com boom. There are hundreds and if not thousands of Web 3.0 projects out there, many of them pretty much totally garbage. So you need to be prepared to sift through the worthless dirt to find the gold, particularly if you're thinking of investing in this field. Second, Web 3.0 critics worry that it could also be taken over by a handful of tech investors and venture capitalists, compromising its decentralized and democratic nature. Remember, in order for this to work, there can be no majority holder of information or majority controller of a blockchain. Otherwise, we're just talking way back to the centralized Web 2.0. And then we also have energy. Everyone is talking about energy these days, and Web 3.0 right now, it uses a lot of it. And we just don't know whether the small Web 3.0 networks could even operate on a large global scale. Can a decentralized network remain stable all across the globe, and can it be fed with sustainable energy? And that is a question right now that is currently remains unanswered. But as defenders of Bitcoin mining argue, energy consumption isn't considered an issue for gas-guzzling giants such as Google or Amazon. Plus, Web 3.0 and crypto developers claim that they are pushing to move into renewables and green energy to keep costs low and projects sustainable. And to help you understand more about this argument, I think you should definitely watch our interview with a huge Bitcoin miner and pretty much a general crypto expert, my boy JP Barrick, and we have the link for that right here. So, what's the future for Web 3.0? At the moment, Web 2.0 and 3.0 exist simultaneously, and it's likely to be years until the entire online space makes a shift into it. And there's no guarantees that this will definitely happen. We are still at the very beginning of this revolution, and for sure myself, I'm pretty excited to see what the future holds for Web 3.0, or maybe if we do get something completely different, I'm all for it. And just like most new technologies, this can also have some problems, and there's a lot of competition right now between companies and communities wanting to dominate the field. Which version of a Web3 world will we live in? When is it going to happen? And maybe is it even going to happen at all? And which amazing projects will emerge from this? If you know some nice dope Web3 projects that are exciting right now, up and coming, make sure you do hit me up with them in the comments below. Well, that wraps things up, and thanks for watching. Please like this video if it did help you out. Subscribe if you're not already, and never miss a video by hitting that notification bell for our most up-to-date videos on everything about crypto. Thanks for watching. It is me, John Doe, here from Currency.com. I'll see you in the next one.